I think being bipartisan is wrong, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, if you have a congressman, for instance, who is a Republican in this modern era where Obama has just been elected, you are expected to be bipartisan. And for the Republican, since he's not a majority anymore, that simply means when the Democrats call for you to sign a bill that they think is good, you should go along with it, or else you're not going to be bipartisan. And therefore, that makes you an evil person, according to the news media. And that's the way they like it. It's marketing. This is what happens. And a lot of the public's buying into that, which I saw this coming ever since Obama was going to get elected, saying he was going to be bipartisan. McCain was digging himself in the same hole. It's this marketing campaign that they're saying, we're going to work with the Republicans. We're actually going to get something done. Yeah, we're actually going to get something done. Yeah, we will, probably. The only thing I hate more than a two-party system is a bipartisan system. And that means that there's only two ideas and they're merging into one. And basically that just shows how lazy Congress is not to have an opinion of their own. If I run for office ever, or if somebody I know does, I'm going to be their campaign manager. I'm going to tell the people that you do not want to be bipartisan. In fact, you think that being bipartisan is lying to the nation because you know that as soon as you get into office, no one is going to be bipartisan. Each side is going to fight for what they want. So how in the world are you going to do that? Regardless, I'm not for any type of spendulous package. I'm totally against it altogether, and that's my platform. The Republicans, if they had their platform, we wouldn't have this problem of being bipartisan. Now, the whole point of being bipartisan in the Democrats' mind, since they have the majority, means I want the GOP to give up what they believe in and come over here and just give up all the policies that the people elected them to be there for. If you actually have policies, how does being bipartisan stand up for your policies that you so-called believe in so much that you would make them a platform? You can just simply negotiate the terms of your morality or what you think is right, then what's the point of even running for office? I think those people should be put in an insane asylum if they can have such relative morals as that, to where you can negotiate on those terms. I think some negotiation is fine, but they don't need to call it bipartisanship. That's saying you're being a loser if you don't help out, basically, is what that means. There you go. I say more partisanship. I say more unbipartisanship, because you know what? As soon as we get politicians that stand up for what they actually think, then we'll actually see what kind of bills can be written in the right way. And here's the thing. I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat. I'm more libertarian than anything. My system of thinking is not even politically based. My system of thinking is logically based. It doesn't have anything to do with the history of how the two-party system has worked. I don't give a rat's behind about the two-party system. This bill is hogwash. I mean, they're wasting more time on this bill. They could actually be fixing the economy. Here's what they could do. I mean, spend the last $350 billion that we had over from that last stimulus bill, and why don't we just use that to educate Congress? We'll just send them to a school somewhere and say, if you don't learn anything and you don't get any good grades here, you're getting kicked out of Congress because you're an idiot. I think that's what we should do.